everybody, I'm doing a initial unboxing and review of this Janome Memory Craft 6700P. My brother's sewing machine died in the middle of my quilting project, and so I was fortunate enough to be able to go and get a new sewing machine. I'm really excited about this. I hope you are too. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. And after this review, I will start posting the quilting project I did in hopes that you guys can follow along. It's a pretty simple quilt. This video will be focused on the unboxing and initial review of the machine, and hope you enjoy. Okay, well here is the Janome Memory Craft 6700P. As you can see, it's an electronic machine and not a mechanical machine. And I haven't even plugged it in yet, but it has, it's meant for quilting and sewing. It's not an embroidery machine, and it does have a free arm. So I'm going to get it set up with the table it came with, the power cord, presser foot, and everything else, and we'll show you some basic stitches and getting the bobbin set up and all those kind of things. Okay, so this machine came with a very nice table. It's a, well, the ruler on it goes to, make sure I get this for you guys, but the ruler on it, you can see, goes to 18 inches, and this extends the work surface of the machine so that it is easy to do larger projects on, which is really exciting. I had a brother SC400 before this, and it was a good machine for about 7 years, but it unfortunately had a lot of plastic in it, and those feed dogs finally died. So this machine is definitely a step up for me and will suit my current and future sewing needs, I'm sure, for the next several years. So anyway, I'm going to attach this and we'll go through everything else that comes with this machine. Okay, so here is the machine with the table set up around it. This table comes with the machine. You can, of course, buy a sewing table. The machine would sit down and extend your sewing surface more, but this is more convenient for me because I don't have the machine out on my table all the time. I put it away in between uses. And the way this table works is just slides around the machine. So it's literally just slides around, it doesn't attach. And then underneath it has legs that you pop out that keep the table steady, front and back. Okay, the next thing the machine comes with, again, it didn't come with a box because it's open box, but of course it comes with a power cord, which is just the standard, it's just a standard polarized plug. So you probably have this, if you already have a machine, you probably have something similar. It comes with a lot of other devices too, so I'm not too worried about that. This is, the way this works is you put it into the side of the machine, and this raises and lowers the presser foot with your knee. So this is becoming more common on the home machines. This is really handy if you're doing a large project, so you don't have to, you can save steps by not going back and forth to your machine several times. So I'll show you where it attaches. Okay, so that just slides into this hole right here, and you can see, apologies for anything underneath my desk, but you can see then it just is this lever. Make sure I got that in view there. And the lever moves back and forth. And so I'm going to move the lever back and forth, and you can see here when I move it to the right, the presser foot comes up, and when I release it, it comes down. So you can do that with your knee, and it helps you quilt or sew a little bit faster because you don't have to take your hands off the fabric and move as many levers. It's just an efficiency item. But of course, the machine will work just fine, you know, without using that if you're not comfortable. All right, so let's look at the next things that came with this machine. Okay, so this machine came with a cover. So I'm going to take this, open this up, and you can look at that. And usually, I don't know about you guys, but usually I end up making a cover machine, almost one of the first things I do, but this is actually pretty nice. It's vinyl. So you can see it's a vinyl material. It's a vinyl material. It's got the Janome logo on it, and it has a nice vinyl outside, and this will just slide over. It even has a place for the handle to come through. So it's nice. It definitely smells like vinyl. Does it have any pockets on the outside? No, it's just a nice dust cover. So I know many people like to personalize dust covers, so, and I do too. I might actually end up making my own dust cover based on the dimensions of this to better suit my craft room. But for now, it has its own dust cover, so that's really good. It's really important to keep dust and dirt out of the machine because the machinery doesn't do well with a lot of extra dust in it. It wears out the machine pretty quickly. All right. Next thing that came with this machine, let's see here. There's a lot of plastic bags, but okay, we have some rubber 3M double-sided pads. I'm sure that's for extra padding under the machine or some such. And it came with a wrench and a standard hex nut mover, hex nut wrench. So, you know, these, I don't know, I've got like a million of these from all the different things that we get nowadays at different furnitures and things, but there it is in case you need another one. The wrench is, I think, the more important one to keep an eye on because it'll be a something that you don't want to go dig into your toolbox to find. All right. And then it came with some directions for the sewing machine settings and talking about how to put the spacers on and things. This machine was already mostly set up and put together. So there's this. There's an instructional DVD on how to use the machine. My computer doesn't even have a DVD player anymore. So I will have to go dig a DVD player out from somewhere and see if I can watch this. I'm betting, I'm not positive, but I'm betting most of this is online. This kind of, in my opinion, dates the machine a little bit because certainly most people don't have DVD players in their computers anymore, but there's that. All right, and then it comes with a limited 25-year warranty as well. There's 1 year parts and labor included, and then this 25-year limited warranty. So I'll register the machine and do that. Okay, put all that away to go in my part zone. All right. The next thing that came with this machine is the memory instruction book for the machine. So it's nice. It has good paper, nice plastic coated paper on the front, and of course the warranty information, all the information about it. I'm going to need to keep this out so while I use this machine to know what's going on. So we will put this to the side. Next thing that came with this machine is the stitch guide, and you can see there's actually all the different stitches in the alphabet on here, as well as a place to clip in additional directions maybe you want to put in. And one of the interesting things about this machine that I really liked is that it has different needle plates. So it has a high performance needle plate that you can use in a professional grade needle plate to do specific stitches. And so when you're doing that high performance needle plate, you do straight stitching only, and you can sew a much better straight stitch. And then of course it has the standard home needle plate to do some of these more decorative stitches as well, and freehand quilting, free motion quilting, that kind of thing. So this goes right on top here. Let's see if I can get it on. I'll show you. Okay, so that just sits on top of the machine like that, so you have an easy reference for the stitches you're looking for. Okay. Then there is the presser foot. Let me just put this. Apologies. There we go. Okay, so there's a presser foot, and the nice thing about this is it's a nice, I like it because it's a nice wide presser foot. And I tried this in the store, and it was not, it had good spring to it, so that it was you could feel how much pressure you're putting on it, so it wasn't like, didn't have a lot of slop in it. So it was easy to use. Oh yeah, this is kind of nice. Look at this. So the cord rolls up inside of the bottom of the presser foot so that it can be stored out of the way. I think that is really a nice feature on this. All right, great. And this, one of the things about this machine, I should say, is it has the automatic stitching feature, so you can press the start stop button and stitches and you don't have to use the presser foot. I like having a presser foot when I'm doing some more delicate things or when I have a little bit more control, and I'm not just stitching in straight lines, so that I can start and stop more easily and don't overstitch. Okay, and then the final thing that came with this is the box of goodies. So it came with this nice box of goodies with the brand name Janome on the top. All right, well, let me get out the direction book and we'll go through the feet that it came with. It did come with several. All right. So, here we go. So, just so you know, inside of the instruction manual on most sewing machines, there'll be a list of all the parts it comes with. And so we'll start with going through this and looking at everything. All right, so the first thing I'm looking for is Zigzag Foot, which is A. And that came on the machine, but let's pull it out and show you. Here it is. So we'll put that in here as we get them. I'll put a pile of feet, and we'll put them in order as they go through so we know we got all of them. Okay, and then we have the over edge foot, which is M. Here's that foot. And then we have the satin stitch foot F. Let's see here, it's E, Q, here it is, F. Okay, and then we have the blind hemming foot G, which is this foot. I use this a lot in addition to the standard zigzag foot, which is A. So this is like a standard, this A foot is the standard foot that you would use for a lot of your stitching. And all of these other ones I would consider more specialty, but this blind hemming foot I use often. This is really handy and for binding your quilts, and of course for doing blind hems. It's very handy. All right. The next one is the zipper foot E. And if you like to put zippers in things, then you need one of these feet. This is wonderful. So anyway, these are, yeah, get this if you do zippers. Then we have the automatic buttonhole foot, which is R. Where is that buttonhole foot? Maybe it's underneath. Yep. All right, so this is the automatic buttonhole foot, and it also comes with a stabilizer, and this actually was a big selling feature for me. See how it comes apart, this metal plate? This was a big selling feature for me with this machine because I do a lot of buttons on things, and what this does, this plate allows you to put thinner fabric, well, any fabric you can put in it, but it stabilizes the fabric so that if you're using a shearer fabric, I'll hold it up correctly, if you're using a shearer fabric, it stabilizes the fabric and you can do buttonholes in it. So something like a chiffon or something along those lines, and it still makes all the buttonholes on your regular fabric come out better because it is stabilized. And this is something that I've only seen on more expensive professional machines, but this came with this, which is nice. So I thought that was a real bonus. Okay. All right. The next thing we have is the rolled hem foot, which is D. And this is a specialty foot. I do like this to make, of course, a rolled hem. And you can see how it will catch the edge of the fabric and roll that for you through. So it is nice. And this is a specialty foot. You don't need to have this, but it's fun to have. All right. We have the open toe stitch satin foot, which is F2. I haven't used this before, so this will be fun to use. There it is. All right. Then we have the button sewing foot. This is one that I had this on my brother machine as well. Let me hold it up correctly here. I had this on my brother machine as well, and my goodness, this is wonderful. Of course, you can sew a button on by hand, so this is not mandatory. It is just really nice to have. So if you have a machine with this and you haven't tried this before, or you do a lot of buttons, I recommend this. This is a nice foot to have. Okay, and then we get the 1/4 inch seam foot, which is O. Now this is a foot that I do use often. This is great for piecing, for patchwork work and quilting. So if you do a lot of quilting, and you use a 1/4 inch, or you do a lot of things with 1/4 inch seam allowances, this is a really handy foot to have. Okay. So we're also supposed to have a darning foot. Let's see if I can find that. Here we go. Here is the darning foot. All right. And then we have the convertible free motion quilting foot, which is here. One second. Oh, it's in this box underneath. One second. There we go. Actually, I got that wrong. Okay, this is the darning foot. Yeah, this is the darning foot. And this is the convertible. Did I get that right? Yeah, and this is the convertible free motion quilting foot. Okay, so we have both of those. We have the other things going on here. Let me pull this out. So we've got those in here. The next thing we have is the closed-toed foot, which is number 15. Let me see here. Ah, I found it. I think I found it. One second. Yep. Okay, here is the closed toe foot. And then we have the, oh yeah, sorry. Okay, so, yeah, I had that wrong. Okay, this is the closed toe foot. See how it's closed all the way around? Okay, there's a closed toe foot. It's already on the device, on this presser foot. And then this is the open toed foot. And this you can switch out. Okay, yeah, that makes sense because it's open, right? Okay, all right. Then we have, and I've not used that open toe foot before, so that'll be interesting. We have a clear view foot. So you can see that. Clearly it's clear. I've never used one of these either, so this will be fun to try to play with. Then we have the dual feed foot. So you can use 2 needles on this machine at a time, and that is what this is for. All right. And then we have the hold on 1 second. Oh, here's the professional grade foot. This is for straight stitches only, and you use it with the professional grade plate as well. So this is a good one to have, and I think it'll fit in here maybe. Let's see. Will it? Be nice if it did. It does. Okay, good. We'll leave it in there. We'll put that one in there too. Okay. All right. So the next thing we have in here is the button shank plate. And that is this. It's a plastic piece. And then we have 5 bobbins. One's already in the machine. And then there are 5 bobbins back here in this bobbin holder. Well, isn't that nice? I can put all my bobbins in here now. So that'll be nice. Okay. Then we have a needle set. I saw that in here. And one needle was already installed on the machine when I bought it. So you can see in here, there's the twin needle. What kind of needles do we have in here? It doesn't say. Oops. Back here. Okay, it doesn't. None of them are ballpoint needles. So there's a twin needle. None of them are ballpoint needles. I don't know if you can see that. See, they're all, none of them are ballpoint. Let me see if I have a ballpoint. I can show you the difference. No, I don't have one handy. So we'll just leave it at that. Okay, so we've got the needles, which I'm gonna put on top. Get all this other stuff out of here. All right, we have a lint brush. Well, I don't see a lint brush. Well, that's okay. So I don't see the lint brush. I'll keep my, is it underneath? Oh, it's underneath. It was just hidden. Okay, here's the lint brush. And you should really use this often. So you use it to brush out the bobbin case, and you know, you can use it on the machine to dust the lint away. So this is something good to have up top. You get a seam ripper, which is important for the buttonholing. That's why this is included. So it just comes apart and it goes together to make a longer thing. And once you make the buttonhole, in the middle, the fabric will still be together. And you just use this to open that up. Or a small pair of shears as well would work. Okay, that up top. All right, you get the Quilting Guide Bar. Here's this, and this actually fits right into the machine on the foot on the right-hand side. And what this does is it allows you to, if you're doing some straight line quilting, you can then keep an even distance on long pieces of fabric where you may have overlap and you can't see your plate. And this helps you know if you're going in a straight line. I still mark my fabric with a washable pen or chalk, Taylor's chalk, but this is very handy to help keep you on the straight and narrow with that. So I will actually put this with the feet over here. Okay, you get net ×2. Here you go, and this helps keep your, you put this around spools and it helps keep the spool from coming undone. So that's handy to have. You get spool holders ×2. So you get 2 small and 2 large. So that's exactly what I have here. I've got 2 small. And you can see this would fit well on top of a smaller spool of thread, right? Okay. And then you also get 2 large. I'll put these in there. 2 large ones. Here's the 2 large ones. And this fits better on larger spools. So here's a spool of cotton quilting thread, and you can see that this, oops, there's my arm. Anyway, you can see it fits well over the top of that, right? Okay, there's 2 of those. Okay. We already talked about the knee lifter. You get the needle plate, which is the basic one that's on the machine. Then you get the straight stitch needle plate as well as the professional grade needle plate. So here is the straight stitch needle plate, and you'll see on this here, there's not a gap here. So this is so that you can't do a zigzag back and forth because your needle would have an opportunity to hit one of these metal pieces and break and jam your machine and cause trouble. So this is for straight stitching. And then here's the high performance or professional grade needle plate, and it has the HPN marked in the bottom corner. And again, you can see that it's just one hole here. You don't have these other, the rest of this plate isn't cut out. And this is only for straight stitches. The professional stitches is marked on the machine. This is allows the machine to make really good stitches. The helper at the store, Virginia, talked to me about this, and it makes the stitches come out much more clean. And I actually tried this, and it really does. It's pretty amazing. So I'm excited about this. So that is everything that comes with the, let me see here. Oh, these are 2 spool rests. I forgot about these. So we have 2 spool rests that came with this, as well as 2 specialty spool holders. Which are specialty ones. You can see these are very small. So sometimes you need these for like your metallic thread or whatnot. So there are those. All right, so I'm gonna put these specialty spool things in the button thing in its own little container underneath, as well as this net. And that is that. So that's everything that came with the machine. We'll get it turned on and show you, we can see it run together. Okay, so this is now threaded. And I did want to say one thing. The nice thing about this machine is that there is a button on the side of the machine that allows you to change this presser foot easily. There aren't any, you can see there aren't any screws on the top. So you do press the button and see it pops up, and you can just literally take this off and put it back on again. And that's that. It's kind of nice. Push it down. So you can change the plate here very easily. The other thing, other features on here, we have, of course, the threader. This is the pressure foot tension, which you control with this knob at the top. Here is the tension for your thread, which is set at the factory setting right now. So we're good with that. Here is the up and down for the needle. This is the cutting feature. Here is the reverse feature. Here's the speed feature. This machine is known for its very fast stitch speed at 1,200 stitches a minute, which is great for a lot of the things I do. I want to go fast and in straight lines. And right now I have the machine locked because I was threading it. Over here is the lock button. I'm going to press that and you'll see the lock symbol go away, and it's ready to stitch. This is the stitch width and length, different modes that you can go through, and it also has a way to just select here. This is not a touch screen, so that is different than my Brother machine, which did have a touch screen, so I'll have to get used to navigating all of the buttons here on its own. And then the bobbin winding is on top. So as you can see, the thread comes up through the tensioning. It has a nice diagram of how to do this all the way through. Here, the thread goes around this dial, so behind, and you can see in here, the thread attaches here on this spring, so you'll know you've gotten it right. It comes up and down and then through this. And this part I thought that wasn't quite clear, but it comes behind this bar and then it comes behind this as well, which is normal on a sewing machine to have this piece here that would go behind, but something to keep in mind. So there you have it. Anyway, I'm going to do a little bit of sewing and let you see how that goes, and I'll be back. Thanks. Okay, so I have some scrap fabric, and let's just show how this goes. So set this up. The presser foot controller is in the back. Put it down. Push the needle button down. And we're just going to be doing a straight stitch here. Push the start stop button, it'll automatically stitch for me. Nice. All right, we've done some straight stitches. I'm going to do a more decorative stitch using this same foot here. Let's go. Okay, and there is that stitching. Wow, it's really nice and even. Looks good. Okay, well, I'm gonna get my quilt out and work on that now. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks, and I'll see y'all later. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing and commenting, liking the video. Just wondering if you guys have this machine and what you think of it long term. Anyway, have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.